without Luka, and you grind out a tough win. What can a win like this do for a group, given all the close losses you had the last week?
I mean, all these games mean something. We haven't put our best foot forward in certain games, and games been really close. Been like some heartbreak games emotionally, just because you get to battle for most of the game back, and we've been down a few games where we start off the first quarter where we're always playing from behind, and then some games we're trying to deal with a lead down the stretch, and you just want to play perfect, and it's almost impossible to play perfect. But if you do get as close to perfect as possible, I feel like you can grind it out for a win. And I feel like we did that for the last two games, just being able to be very communicative on the defensive end and let our offense propel us when we really needed to.
Speaking of that communication, what has it been to be able to close out these last two?
No, it's felt great, man. Everybody's been needed. Everybody's been doing their job. Tonight could have been a little bit of an issue, just us throwing the ball around or us turning the ball over, and just got to value our possessions and be able to finish games strong. So, it's a step in the right direction, but we're not satisfied.
I know I've asked you this about poise, but in those last 30 seconds, how did you keep the team kept their composure to be able to finish out?
We were just very demonstrative with just what we wanted to see from one another, and then also just fearless too. Just tell your brother what you need him to do, and we'll go execute it. That's what it's about. Just those simple nuances, those simple communicative moments, and then being able to go execute. And I feel like we did that. Despite some of the things that came up with the timeout, with the jump ball, with the 2 threes that Jalen hit. There's definitely things that you can point to and put your finger on in terms of how we can be better. But we finished the game, and we wanted to do it in a fashion where we all felt confident. That's what we did.
How did you feel about the way you guys exploited an obvious size advantage?
I was excited. I was excited to play this game tonight because I knew that there wasn't going to be anybody at the rim. I'm so used to seeing a lot of guys, give me attention, give me a lot of, eyes at the rim. So tonight, just utilizing my gravity, being able to get in there and, make Jalen Williams be their 5-man and contest all our layups. So just had to take full advantage of it. But they've been number one. I think they're number one defense right now, efficiency, right? So you got to give them credit. They're a different team without Chet, but they're doing their best to scrap and play gritty basketball and get up into your chest and switch everything and just make it difficult on you. So I give credit to them, and we're going to see them again in the future. So it was a good first battle tonight.
You guys won the West last year, obviously came through here to do it. They're favored now. Mm-hmm. Is there a certain pride thing in this matchup for you guys?
There's always a pride thing, especially as a professional. But when you're going against some of the greatest players playing in our game, Shai's an MVP candidate. So he played like one tonight, and he's been doing that consistently for the past couple years where he's put his team out in front in a space where they feel very comfortable record-wise. They have a style of play where the ball is majority in his hands. So we just all have to adjust, and I think that's what makes him so special is that their team kind of revolves around him, but those other complementary guys, if you allow them to get going, and it's going to be a long night for you. So I'm glad we came in here, got to test the waters and go against them, and hopefully next time we see them with a full, healthy team, and we'll have a full, healthy team as well, and then that'll be the real judgment. So tonight was just one of those games where it's going to be a competitor's dream, but may the best man win.
What is it about this team that brings out the best in PJ?
Yeah, you got to ask him, man. I think he can answer that better. I just think he feels a confidence about himself, and every time we post him up, he feels like there's not too many people that could guard him down there, and that's kind of the true testament and example of how good he is as a player, how great he is as a player, and how diverse we can use him in those opportunities that we get on the offensive end, and it slows down our offense too. It gives me a break. I get to stand out on the perimeter, just wait for them to send help or not send help, and have confidence that PJ will make the right decision.
Najee's been aggressive attacking the paint and always embraces defensive assignments. What have you liked about being his teammate? How do you think he's made an impact so far on the team?
Yeah, I like being his teammate better than being an opponent. I can tell you that. He just be hounding and hacking everything. But he does a great job of playing close to our defensive game plan and tries his best to create opportunities for us on the offensive end. So he is the knife. you know, and he does a lot for us in terms of creating, you know, opportunities that we probably wouldn't have if he didn't penetrate and try to attempt to break down the defense. So trust him with the ball handling aspect and being able to initiate offense, give me some break time as well. And then also defensively, you know, he's going to be locked in and compete against the other guys going in.
We've seen a different guy pretty much have a big night, no matter if it's you, Luka, Gafford, PJ tonight. Have you envisioned what that's going to look like once everybody comes together and kind of plays as a collective?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's hard not to think about us from a healthy standpoint, right? Being out there, everybody playing well. But right now, we just got to stay present in terms of what we have and try not to think too much ahead and just tell everybody just be patient and you know, when everybody's back healthy, we'll be ready to adjust and adapt. And you know, right now, we just got to enjoy the ride.
Jason has talked about how Jaden has grown at getting the offense organized. How do you think he has grown in that area since you've been his team?
Yeah, he's been great. He's really dialed in, really locked in, and that's since the beginning of training camp. And I know he was putting a lot of work in all summer, so credit to him. And yeah, it's just this is a thinking man's game. You know, especially when you're going against the best players in the world, they take advantage of every little nuance. So for him to be able to find that rhythm, create that flow for us, throw some incredible passes. You know, we want him to continue to feed us confidence and give us that energy, and we'll do the same for him. So when he checks in, he knows what his role is, what we expect from him, and when he's playing well, we're usually rolling.
Thanks so much.